Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the 5 key things that you must know before you start your turkey farm. One of these 5 key things is that turkey day-old poults usually find it difficult to feed on their own. So it is advisable that if you're buying day-old poults, you should buy them along with the chicks because the chicks will actually help them know how to feed on their very first day. Otherwise, if you just buy your day old poults and just give them feed, you may notice that actually they will just be looking on a different side and they therefore may not actually be able to feed, and in the end they may end up dying of starvation. So it's very key that you mix them with chicken chicks such that the chicken chicks can encourage them to feed. So basically the poults will learn from the chicks how to feed, and this will enable you have a higher survival rate for your poults, especially in the first 2 or 3 days. The second key thing that you need to know before you start a turkey farm is that turkeys are not good mothers. And therefore, when your eggs hatch, you need not to leave the poults to move around with the poults. Otherwise, you will notice that actually the mother turkey is basically taking a different direction from the poults. Even when it rains, the mother turkey may not be able to cover the poults and shield them from rainwater. So it's very important that you put the poults and their mother in the brooder. That way, the mother turkey will be able to sit on the turkeys to provide warmth, and also the poults will be able to learn how to feed from their mother, and that way you can realize good survival rates. Otherwise, if you do not want the mother turkey to be with the poults, then you can basically take the poults to the brooder and provide suitable conditions for them to survive, especially protecting them from extreme weather conditions. Certainly, this implies that you have to provide warmth. You can use a brooding pot with charcoal, especially at night, to make sure that your poults do not succumb to coldness. The third key thing that you need to know is that turkeys are natural incubators. So your female turkeys can actually incubate their eggs. They will simply sit on these eggs for a period of about 28 days, and the eggs will hatch into chicks. So never mind if you do not have the option of an incubator, then you can simply allow your female turkey to sit on their eggs and they should be able to incubate them and hatch into chicks. Fourth important thing that you need to know is that turkeys generally consume a lot of feeds compared to chickens. Therefore, you need to provide your turkeys with enough feed. You can actually supplement the commercial feed with just the food leftovers from the food that you have eaten, to make sure that actually you manage. You can also allow your turkeys to feed on the greens around. You can just let them out of the house, feed on the greens around or the grass around your compound, and also insects, because these are generally very good sources of vitamin C, and it would actually help your turkeys to remain healthy. The fifth thing that you need to know before you start your turkey farm is that turkeys need more space compared to chickens. And obviously, indeed, turkeys are bigger in size compared to chicken. Therefore, you need to give them enough space for them to be able to move around. But also, in particular, turkeys like roosting. So you need to provide roosting facilities for your turkeys to be able to rest on. And obviously, when you do this, you will be able to have a healthy stock, a stock that is able to lay to your expectation. And lastly, turkeys mature at 7 to 8 months. So you need to know that when you buy day-old poults, you will need to wait for about 7 to 8 months for you to be able to achieve considerable size and put them on the market, or for you to be able to expect them to lay. Therefore, in summary, these are basically the 5 key things that I've just highlighted. One, note that day-old poults cannot feed on their own, and therefore, if you're buying day-old poults, you may need to buy them along with chicks, such that the chicks can help them learn how to feed. And that way, when they're mixed with chicken chicks, you can be able to realize a considerable number of them surviving. Secondly, it's important to note that turkeys are not good mothers. Therefore, never allow the mother turkey to move around with the day-old poults. Certainly, it will not be able to take good care of them, and you may not have them survive. It is the reason actually people say that turkeys have very low survival rates, especially poults. Thirdly, turkeys are natural incubators. Your female turkey can basically incubate its eggs. Therefore, if you do not have an artificial incubator, you can simply allow your turkey to incubate its eggs. Then fourthly, it's important to note that turkeys need more feeds compared to chickens. And therefore, allow your turkeys actually feed on grass or greens that are just around your compound. And also you can give them the food remains of the food that you eat. In this way, you will be able to manage the cost of feeding your turkeys. Turkeys require more space than chickens, and also it's important to note that turkeys mature at 7 to 8 months of age. Thank you for listening to me. In case you have any comments or questions, kindly post them in the chat, and we shall be glad to respond to them.